Let's take a look at a translation error in the King James Version that continues to influence Christians today, even if they don't use the King James Version anymore. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. The fit for this video is Jurasisic Parak. And in Daniel 3, verse 25, Nebuchadnezzar looks into the furnace after he's thrown Daniel's companions, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, into the furnace, and he says he sees a fourth person. And the King James Version says the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. And for centuries, this has been interpreted as a reference to Jesus. It is a mistranslation, pure and simple. The Aramaic is bar Elohim, which is indefinite and explicitly plural. It would be more accurately translated a son of gods, which is a conventional idiomatic way to refer to a member of the class known as gods. In other words, Nebuchadnezzar sees a deity, a god. That's all. Remember, this is a Babylonian king. The author is telling the story through the perspective of this Babylonian king, and so says that it looks like there's a god in there with the other four. Most translations these days correct this, and it will say the form of the fourth is like a god, or a son of gods, or a divine being, or something like that. The New King James Version does not. It maintains the Son of God. And this has influenced other translations. For instance, Brenton's translation of the Septuagint renders the Son of God, even though the Greek says angelou theou, an angel of God. And many Christians today, even if they don't use the King James Version, will insist that this is still a reference to Jesus Christ. But that would not be a common interpretation without the translation error of the King James Version. And people have told me in the past, you can't prove that's not Jesus, and I can say that's Jesus if I want to, and that's absolutely true. But it's also a manifestation of the fact that we negotiate with the text, and we interpret the text in ways that make it more meaningful and useful to us today. And so this is a manifestation of the desire not to allow the text to operate on its own terms, but to compel the text to operate in the service of our terms today. This is what I mean when I talk about negotiating with the text. We're trying to read into the text something that will make the text more meaningful and useful to us. And that is why the text is not the ultimate authority. The text is just the proof text that authorizes and validates the ultimate authority, which is our tradition and the interpretations that our tradition curates.